More and more millennials are purchasing homes. Many are seeing their home as their first big investment, but how much should you put into it? Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices Chief Financial Officer Andrew Braun joins us with the answers. Andrew, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
So first of all, is purchasing a home a good investment?
So the investment side is an interesting term, right? Investment, you typically have a return in exchange for the money that you put out there. So with the house, I kind of like to look at it as it's a required expense, so to say. So is it really better than renting, right? Because when you compare it to investments, we're talking apples to oranges. But when you have to have a roof over your head and spend the money, is renting better than buying? And in my opinion, I think yes, right? Because if you could lock in a price today when you purchase your house, get a mortgage rate locked in, and then average price appreciation is, call it 3 to 5%. So after 15 or 30 years of paying off your mortgage, you then have something, you have an asset that you have to work with versus just having rent money that went to a landlord. I mean, the reality is, renters make landlords rich, right? So, and there's a reason for it. So if you're buying and owning your own home, you build up your own equity, which helps in the long run.
And that investment that you were talking about, how do you know specifically if buying a home is right for you?
So I think you have to be, you have to know if financially, you're in the right spot for it. If you have enough for a down payment, if you don't have enough for the 20% down payment on a traditional conventional mortgage, then you're paying what they call PMI insurance, which is an extra premium.
Right.
So can you afford the down payment? Can you afford the monthly mortgage payment? There's a lot of other issues beyond the finance side of it too, just with maintenance and all the obligations that come along with owning a home.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility. What questions should you ask yourself before taking that financial path, being a first-time home buyer?
Yeah, so I think you should ask yourself, are you realistic with your budget? Have you paid off all your other debt, your student loans, your cars, any of the other credit card debt, anything else that might affect your ability to pay your mortgage? Are you financially ready to take that next step? I think you have to ask yourself, are you willing to take on the maintenance obligations versus just calling the landlord saying, hey, I need this fixed?
Fix this for me. This is not my problem, right?
And then, the third is, are you going to be here long term? Are you going to be in the same place more than 3 or 5 years to where it starts making sense of buying a place versus just renting and then changing locations? So
there are so many questions, especially for a first-time home buyer. How does someone get in touch with you to ask all these questions and maybe start that process?
Yeah, BHHSINRealty.com.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much.
Thank you.